Long time no see, my fellow YouTubers. This is Thor's Revenge coming to you once again from my garage. Um, it's been a little while. I've been super busy out in my shop making stuff, and today I finally got a little spare time, and I thought I'd do a double tobacco review, half of which will be post mortem, because I already finished the tobacco that I will be reviewing. But first, a little housekeeping. I am smoking my Pamplin early 19th or early 20th century clay pipe, and in it I am smoking Hearth and Home 10 till midnight, which is one of the two I'm going to be reviewing today. And don't worry, I have been watching all of your vids, so I'm pretty up to speed. I probably missed one or two somewhere in there. But for starters, let's review Hearth and Home's 10 till midnight. Right when you open up the bag, it's a pretty strong smelling backy. And it comes in this pretty thick flake. And you can see some Virginias. Supposedly in it, there's Latakia, Virginia. I'm not really sure what else. I'd have to go read it, but it's a fairly dry flake. Um, it crumbles up fairly easily. Um, and it definitely needs to be crumbled to be smoked. I tried smoking it in just like kind of cubes or chunks about like that, and that burned absolutely horribly. It really needs to be rubbed out pretty well to be enjoyed, and it's a fairly stout backy. Um, this kind of goes along the lines with Dunhill's um, nightcap. It's a evening smoke, as they call it. I prefer strong stuff all day long, but they tout it as a evening smoke, and it's pretty stout, and it's most certainly in English. I'll probably get a little bit more of it, but honestly, I'm lazy, and having to rub it out so thoroughly just to smoke it, um, with how often I smoke, it's a little too much work. But it's still pretty good stuff. And I have been enjoying it. Now, the other one I will be post-mortem reviewing is another English blend by Hearth and Home. This is their Strike Force. And it's definitely a lot less intense than 10 till midnight, but it's still fairly decent. It's stronger than Dunhill's 965, uh, but it's definitely got a punch, a latakia to it. You definitely get that campfire. But obviously, I liked it because I ordered 4 ounces of this stuff and it's gone. So it had to be at least fairly decent enough for me to smoke all of it. Now, the bag of it that I got, the cut was, it wasn't a ribbon. I'm not really sure what kind of cut it was. It was kind of dust, honestly. It was very small granules and nothing even so big as like half or even a quarter of a penny. size. So it was that was rather disappointing. I prefer my tobacco to be a little bit less snuff-like. I prefer it to be something more like my Frogmorton cut. Not really sure what cut that is, but Strike Force was definitely one that I had to learn how to pack because it was so small. If I packed it like I normally would pack a pipe, like my Frogmorton or almost anything else I smoke, um, it just wouldn't burn. I'd be smoking it for 3 hours, having to relight every minute or so. But when I finally figured out that if I just pack it really, really loose, then it would burn reasonably well, and it would only need one or maybe two relights. But it would also burn quite quickly, and the smoke was rather short in comparison to what I'm normally used to. But it was still a very, very decent tobacco, and you can't beat the prices on it. I think for 4 ounces, I paid like $2 and two something an ounce, which is really good for a non-drugstore or um, non B&M tobacco. But it was really good. And other than those that review, what I want to do today is show you guys a prototype that I worked on the other day. I saw the video of how to make it on YouTube, and you guys can find it too. It's if you just search Lucky Dragon's Foot and then find the one that's blacksmith related, that's the video. And so I made an itty bitty little dragon's foot pipe tamper. I also made a couple bigger ones, but for the bigger ones, I wanted your guys' opinion on what I could incorporate them into. I'm going to try and incorporate them into a pipe rack, but I wanted any other ideas. And secondly, when it comes to pipe racks, I've discovered that there are two main styles of pipe racks. There's the American style, where we store our pipes bowl down, like so. And then there's the European style, where they store their pipes stem down. Which one do you guys prefer? Um, Let me know, and that's the one I'll make. Um, the pipe racks I have are both the American style, including the one I actually made. But I have made a European style one before, and um, they seem to fit pretty much any pipe because it's just a hole that you drop your pipe into, and the bowl keeps it from falling through. But from what I've read, that means that all the gick that was in the bowl drains down your stem and can goo it up. While while we store it the American style, um, all the gick drains down into the bowl and gets burned off with your next bowl, which makes sense to me. So let me know what you guys think about that. And this tamper, I think I'm going to use as a giveaway prize thing because it is a prototype. It's certainly not perfect. It's missing a lot, but it still looks pretty good. So I may use this in a future contest at some point as a prize. Maybe I'll make a pipe rack too and give them away as a set. But I want your guys' opinion on that. What do you think of the dragon's foot? Um, any ideas of how I can incorporate it into other pike-related things? The one thing I have to say about the dragon's foot, though, is it is very labor intensive. There's a lot of work that goes into that little sucker. Um, but it's a dragon's foot. It's a lucky dragon's foot. Very lucky for you, not so lucky for the dragon. Well, I think that's going to be my vid for today, guys. Let me know what you think. As always, I love to hear comments, reviews, criticisms, uh, rude remarks if they're humor related, usually. So let me know. And as always, everybody, keep them lit.